Mineral and rocks. Welcome to our lesson on minerals and rocks. In this lesson, we shall define minerals and rocks, state their characteristics, and classify rocks. These are some of the materials made from minerals and rocks: necklace, bracelet, earrings, trophies, musical instruments, building materials, and sculptures. Minerals and rocks can be found in our surroundings. Minerals can be defined as organic or inorganic substances which occur naturally on or beneath the Earth's surface. Minerals have a definite chemical composition and physical properties. They contain common elements such as oxygen, silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, titanium, and carbon. A rock is a substance that is a mixture of mineral particles forming part of the Earth's crust.
Minerals have physical characteristics which can be identified. These are hardness, shape, ability to allow light to pass through, luster, color, cleavage, fracture, streak, tenacity, specific gravity.
Hardness. Hardness refers to the resistance of a mineral to abrasion or scratching. Minerals have different degrees of hardness. Some are hard while others are soft. For instance, when talc is heated, it easily crumbles. When quartz is heated, only few particles break, but when diamond is heated, it does not break.
Different minerals have distinct shapes. Some minerals like pyrite and quartz have very unique shapes. Ability to allow light to pass through. Minerals can be transparent, translucent, or opaque.
Luster. This is the appearance or quality of light reflected from the surface of a mineral. The luster can be described as glassy, pearly, silky, or dull.
Color. Different minerals have different colors. Copper is brown, sulfur is yellow, and malachite is bright green.
Cleavage. This is the tendency of a mineral to break along a plane of weak bonding. For instance, when mica breaks, it forms thin flat sheets, while granite breaks into granules. Fracture. When minerals break into irregular shapes, sizes, and pieces, they are said to fracture. For example, quartz.
Streak. This is a color left after rubbing the mineral on a white surface. Metallic minerals have a dense dark streak.
Tenacity. This is the resistance of minerals to tearing, bending, or stretching. Minerals have different degrees of tenacity and can be described as brittle, elastic, or flexible. Specific gravity. This is the ratio of the weight of a mineral to the weight of an equal volume of water. Classification of rocks according to their mode of formation. One way of classifying the rocks is according to their mode of formation. The rocks can be classified into three groups. These are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks.
Igneous rocks are also referred to as fire-formed rocks. They are formed when molten rock or magma cools and solidifies in the crust or on the surface. The magma originates from the mantle.
Intrusive igneous rocks. These are rocks which were formed when magma cooled and solidified below the surface of the earth. Igneous intrusive rocks are formed beneath the surface of the earth and are called hyperbysal rocks. Those that form deep below the surface are called plutonic rocks and are deep-rooted. Examples include granite, diorite, peridotite, gabbros, and syenite. These rocks that were formed when magma cooled very slowly are referred to as plutonic. These rocks are found in great depth. These are some of the examples.
Extrusive igneous rock. These are igneous rocks that are formed on the Earth's crust after magma has cooled very fast. They are also referred to as volcanic rocks. Examples are basalt rock, obsidian rocks, pumice rock, scoria rocks, rhyolite, and andesite. The magma is ejected on the Earth's surface. It cools and releases the air wrapped, leaving a rough surface of the rock. The rocks that were formed after gradual cooling of the magma are referred to as hyperbysal. These rocks are in shallow depths of the earth crust. The rocks that were formed when magma cooled very slowly are referred to as plutonic. These rocks are found in great depth. They include granite, syenite, gabbro, and diorite. Characteristics of igneous rocks. Some igneous rocks have a fine-grained texture. These rocks are generally light in weight and color. Other igneous rocks have large crystals and are usually heavy. Some igneous rocks are formed when magma cools rapidly. Such rocks have a glassy texture and are usually dark-colored. Rocks with vesicular texture are formed when air escapes slowly during lava flow, leaving behind rocks with many air spaces. When fragments of individual rocks consolidate, they form rocks with pyroclastic texture. That means they have particles of various sizes. Another important characteristic of igneous rocks is that they contain a mineral called silica. Igneous rocks with a high silica content are said to be acidic. Igneous rocks with low silica content are said to be basic. While some rocks have smooth surfaces, which may result from tension caused by earth movements.
While some rocks have smooth surfaces, others have many joints which may result from tension-caused earth movements. Sedimentary rocks or derived rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed as a result of deposition of eroded, weathered materials or broken rocks in an area. Over time, the layers of sediments become compressed and hardened to form rocks. Sedimentary rocks are divided into three main groups according to their mode of formation. Mechanically formed sedimentary rocks or clastic rocks. These are rocks which have been formed by consolidation and cementation of sediments which have been laid down on land or in water. The sediments are from existing weathered igneous and metamorphic rocks. They are transported and deposited on land or in the sea by water, wind, or ice. Organically formed sedimentary. These rocks are formed from accumulation of dead plants and animals. Some remains of these organisms are accumulated in lakes or oceans over a long period of time to form various types of organic sedimentary rocks. These examples are coal, chalk, diatomite, and limestone. The organically sedimentary rocks are further classified into calcareous rocks, which are rich in calcium carbonate, ferruginous rocks, which are rich in iron, siliceous rocks, which are rich in silica, and carbonaceous rocks, which are rich in carbon. Chemically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks were formed as a result of precipitation of minerals by various chemical reactions on already existing rocks to form new rocks. These rocks are classified into carbonates, sulfates, chlorides, silicates, and iron stones. Examples of carbonates are travertine, dolomite, and trona or soda ash. Sulfates are gypsum, chloride, rock salt, and silicates, flint. And examples of ironstone are limonite and hematite. Characteristics of sedimentary rocks. There are two main characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Occur in layers or strata. The layers formed as sediments are deposited and they get cemented together. Some sedimentary rocks contain remains of living organisms which lead to formation of petroleum, natural gas, and coal after many millions of years.
Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed from igneous or sedimentary rocks which have been subjected to great pressure, dynamic heat, or both. These rocks are also known as changed rocks. The pressure acting on the rocks results from the earth movements causing dynamic metamorphism, while the heat originates from the magma causing thermal metamorphism. Most of the metamorphic rocks are the basis for the formation of precious minerals such as gold, diamonds, coal, marbles, and others. Examples of these rocks include the igneous granite rock under pressure changes to jade. Sedimentary sandstone rock changes to quartzite. The sedimentary clay rock changes to slate due to heat. The sedimentary shale under great heat changes to schist. The sedimentary limestone rock changes under great heat to marble.
Characteristics of metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are rocks that have undergone change as a result of great heat and pressure. They tend to be harder than the original rocks. During metamorphism, the minerals in the rocks sometimes change their patterns in a process called recrystallization, giving the rock a new structure. The most important characteristics of rocks depend mainly on how they originated. These characteristics include color, texture, and structure, especially jointing, density, and mineral composition. Texture refers to the general appearance of the rock in the terms of the size and arrangement of its crystals.